Hello.
Hello.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Curiosity Cove. My name is Veda.
And this is your trusty Captain speaking, and today we're gonna be having a yap
Yap
sesh.
sesh. It's been a
I feel like
while.
it hasn't really. I was just about to say it hasn't been
Well,
that much, but I guess the tier list was quite the long episode actually.
yeah, it was the tier list, and then before that, we did our corner because we did the letters.
Oh my god, you're
So it's
right. So
been,
it been a
yeah,
month.
it's been a month.
It been a month.
And boy, has
That's
it been a
crazy.
month. Um,
Why? What's the haps with the
Aw,
month?
just school. Just busy with
Uh,
school and work and stuff. School and
yeah.
work and life and stuff.
Yeah,
Demon
that's
dog.
fair. How was your day? Minus the month, you
Hmm.
know?
I actually got a full night's sleep.
Oh my god,
I
chat, she's in.
and then I politely warned my coworker today that that will be the last full night's sleep that I get this week.
Oh my god. Well, at least you said just this week instead of this month. So,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Well, that's the hope anyway.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
No, we're taking it one day at a time because I was explaining to Cap before podcast started for my class, one of my two classes this week. I have 4 quizzes, 2 research papers, and a proposal draft for a project for one class, due in 4 days by midnight. So
Yeah.
yeah, hmm
That sounds like hell.
yeah.
I'm gonna
But
keep it a buck with you.
I made a really good lunch for myself
Okay.
today. So it was all right. Everybody get your notebooks out because you're gonna wanna if you like tuna, you gotta try this. You get albacore tuna, right? Drain the can, throw that in a bowl, put in Kewpie mayo, right? Like a tablespoon of Kewpie mayo. Mix it around, right? Add a little bit of sriracha, a little bit of soy sauce. Mix it around. Make some rice, white rice. I guess you could do brown too, actually. Brown rice is really good with tuna. Um,
Mm-hmm.
rice in a bowl, tuna on top, avocado, carrot, pineapple, goated. Little
I
Hawaiian
don't.
bowl.
I feel like you lost me on the carrot and pineapple.
You don't like carrots?
I love carrots and I love pineapple. I just don't know if I would have put them together.
Oh,
But it might just be one of those like you put me on type shit, you know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah. It is. It's like a really poor version of poke. It's like a make it home. I don't have raw fish poke is what I did.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Poor poke.
yeah, poor poke.
I think you have to
I
trademark
yeah, I was
that.
gonna say I think we just found a brand. But yeah, it's really good if you like tuna. Like you have to like canned fish though for it. Cuz I think a lot of people are turned off by canned fish for multiple reasons. Canned salmon I don't even do because it comes with bone and skin and it grosses me out a little bit. Yeah.
No.
So I only do chicken of the sea canned tuna because I know that shit's coming with just fish meat. It is not. I don't have to peel any skin off or like look at it and go, "Can I eat that?"
Can I eat that?
So
Is this fish sanitary?
yeah, but I made that for myself, and then for Bricky I had a pain au chocolat, little chocolate
I
croissant.
do chocolate.
Yeah,
Jesus,
I
look
know
at
it's a fancy
you coming
day.
in with some freaking French
That's
up in
that's what
here.
yeah, well, my totally real Canadian girlfriend speaks French, so I'm sorry, Canadian
True.
wife. Holy shit, I demoted her.
Oh my god, I'm texting
Tattling on me right now.
her.
That's
Oh my
I can
goodness.
hear her already going, "Oh my god, she's leaving me. My wife doesn't love me."
She's leaving me. She's leaving me.
um,
Oh my gosh.
but no, yeah, I went to Aldi
Mm.
where dreams come true because everything is so nice and affordable and it just makes you feel like you're back 10 years ago where you could afford groceries.
Mhm,
Um,
mhm.
and yeah, they had like this pack of pre-made Basically chocolate croissants, and you just like throw them in the microwave for like it's like 12 seconds to get them warm, and then you're good to go. Super
What would
great.
you rate them out of 10?
7. It's
That's
like,
kind of really high for
yeah.
just,
Well, so
warming some up.
here's why I rate them a 7. It's 12 seconds, and you pay next to nothing for like a I want to say 10 of them.
Mhm.
And they're the perfect size for like if you're like, damn, these are really good, I kind of want to have 2. They're not too big to where 2 feels like you're eating too much.
Mm-hmm.
They're 190 calories per piece because they still are chocolate croissants. But
Of course.
but yeah, I just feel like everything off taste alone is probably gonna be more of like a 5, like middle of the road. They're not bad, but they're not like anything to write home about. It's just that paired with like the convenience,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
7, solid 7 for a product.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Not bad, not bad.
Mm-hmm. I
I
would,
like it.
yeah, I would eat them probably as often as I will eat a muffin. So,
See, I feel like that's a good trade because I'm a muffin girly pop. So
mm-hmm.
if I find an equivalent, I would
Yeah.
probably be more than likely to go for it.
It is. Do you like the Otis spunk?
Yes,
Okay.
Otis Spunkmeyer is my shit, bro.
I every week, because I work 3 days out of the week, right? Every week I get one of the 3 packs of them, and I usually take one of those with me to work instead of like anything else.
They're like the best muffins ever, bro.
Dude, I swear, and they've been that way since like 2004 when I found them. Like it's crazy to me that they have never failed to hit.
See, that's a good thing. I feel
Mm-hmm.
like if you can hold on to the same flavor and haven't changed
Mm-hmm.
in like over a decade, I will swear up and down to you.
Do you ever think about, this is about to get very strange of a conversation topic, but do you ever
Okay.
think about like what if time travel was invented and you went back and you grabbed all your favorite snacks that are still around from the past and you brought them back and then you had a taste test on like old versus new? Do you ever wonder how much it would fuck with you when the old tastes completely different?
So I feel like cosmic brownies have done this specifically, but I also feel like I wonder for sweets specifically, like
Mm-hmm.
sweets and like not just candies, but like sweeter things. I feel like an adult person tends to not fancy sweets more than a child. So I feel like the food that you might go back for would be like something you wish you had when you like now when you were a kid,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel like it wouldn't hit as hard as if you were a kid
But
specifically.
I think that if you were to go back, because the thing is that in the mid to late 2000s, right? So like kind of near where we would have been going from like elementary to middle school, right? That
Hmm.
there was a huge crackdown like right after that uh for like sugary things for children, like the way that things were marketed to children. So like
Oh yeah, that crackdown was caused Miss
uh-huh,
Obama.
and yes. And one of the big things about it was companies were basically forced to either make their stuff healthier or start marketing it as like a dessert or a sweet or a like a sugary snack rather than like an after school snack or something, right? So
Hmm.
a lot of companies ended up making their stuff less sugary. So
Mm.
I feel like if you went back, just out of curiosity, if I could, I would go back and I would grab like an Otis from back then and an Otis now because they're still good. But like, who knows in the last, 20 years if the recipe has changed. So it would be crazy to taste one from like 15 years ago, like a freshly
Hmm.
packaged one from 15 years ago, and one today and see if there's any difference.
That's true.
That would be mind-boggling.
I think it would be like a nice like experiment for like the
Hmm.
science brains out there.
Yeah, because like there are some things that haven't changed, like baby bottle pops and ring pops and blah 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 blah.
Hmm.
Those were always meant to be super sugary because they're just candy. So like they'll probably taste pretty similar. But
Mm.
like things like muffins or like Pop Tarts was a big one. I remember when they changed their formula. Or I feel like those would be so interesting to see the difference, because I bet you they were like 10 times sweeter and sugary back then when they could mislead the packaging without worry.
Hmm.
Fruit by the Foot was a big one
Yeah.
too, because Fruit by the Foot used to put fruit on their they would call themselves a fruit snack, and they would put like a bunch of fruit on their packaging to make you think that it was healthy. But when they found out that it was all sugar, they were kind of forced to change it. So then they were like, okay, well now you kind of have a choice. You can either take all the fruit off of your thing and stop calling it a fruit snack, or you can make it a fruit snack. So Fruit by the Foot used to be a whole lot more sugar than it is today.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it'd be fascinating.
I think it would be too. Again, a nice experiment for our
Mm-hmm.
little experimental nerds.
Yeah. I think it's all that stuff that I've been learning in school about marketing and the way that it's been cracked down on in the last like 15 years, especially since we have the digital space now, has been
Mm-hmm.
really interesting to me. So those are the kind of thoughts I have now, where I'm like, damn, I wonder if I could go back with my current brain to like 2005, how crazy it would be to look at some of these marketing campaigns.
Yeah, just to see what they're
Just,
up
yeah.
to and then compare and contrast.
Yeah. Well, like we look at old commercials in classes a lot, and like I'll watch it and I'll be like, damn, dude, I used to think this commercial ripped, and now I'm like, damn, this is all a lie.
That's just funny.
Yeah.
Just like those old Betty Crocker ones, when they're uh promoting the like you can bake at home type
Yeah.
stuff. Those like crack me up.
Have
It's
you
so funny.
have you ever seen like the hysterical, maybe like late 50s commercials, and how like deeply rooted in misogyny and how like almost funny they are now?
No, but now I
Okay.
have to. What the
Okay,
fuck?
I'll show you some later. It's just so funny because it'll be like a woman walking through the door, and like I don't know how it'll be like a voiceover of a man, and it'll be like, tired of not having enough time to make sure your man's meal is done after work, and it's like for a cooking thing, and it's so over the top, like demeaning, that it's almost comical now, just because like absolutely would not pass. Nothing about it would
Yeah,
pass. So it's like
that's
fun to laugh at them.
crazy.
Yeah. Um I love watching old commercials. I think it's like, have you ever watched an old Sunny D commercial?
No, but I
Dude, they're
always thought those
wild.
were acid trips.
Yeah, dude, I have no idea who was like in who did they put in the room to go, you know what we should do is we should show a whole bunch of like lava lamps and fractals in the background of kids running in a field. And like, who thought? Like, who thinks of this stuff?
I don't know, man, but sometimes I'm just like, y'all need to at least take a little bit more care in what y'all are
Sometimes I miss
doing on
it.
these. What's up? Sometimes you miss
Sometimes I
it?
miss it. Like, I miss how like ridiculous things. Like, it felt like everything was like. It felt like every commercial was hyped up on like 2 Adderall and 3 Bang energy drinks, and I miss that.
I yearn for it.
Bring back the
That's
chaos.
crazy. Oh
Yeah. Well, that was
my
incredibly off
goodness.
track, but how was your day?
I really can't complain. I really thought my day was super chill. I didn't really have a whole lot going on at work, so that was fair. And then I got out like 30 minutes early. So that was basically just my commute home. And then I made myself some dinner. And then we were talking with our good friend Foxy, and we are helping her
Mm-hmm.
come up with ideas for her VTuber. And so I've been super excited, like just throwing around ideas back and forth, thinking about the sketch I'm gonna do just to like help her out and whatnot. And then it got me thinking of like that I really do love like character creation with like having just a basic concept, working with someone, picking their brain, and then trying to put pen to paper to try and see if you can nail it, or at least like how close you can get. So I really do like that aspect. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping that works out. And then hopefully probably just gonna have a really chill evening today. Just probably boot up some games and just hang out.
Hell yeah.
We've been really watching a lot of movies in VC
Yeah,
recently,
I'm in
so
it though.
I'm excited
I'm
for just
so in
hanging out
for
for
it.
that.
Do you have an idea of what movie night tonight's gonna be? I assume we're doing
Um,
one.
she suggested Surf's Up.
Oh, I don't think I've seen Surf's Up in a long freaking time.
I won't lie, I don't think I've seen it in like over 10 years, I think.
I really, for a second, I thought you were gonna stop it. I don't think I've seen it. And I was about to be like, you haven't
No,
seen
I
it?
do because we've made the joke where it's like, have you seen Brianna? You know why we named her Brianna? No, right. It's so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
But
I
I love
used,
that shit.
yeah, I used to love it was like Surf's Up and Madagascar were like two that I really, really enjoyed when I was, because
Mm-hmm.
like there was a point where I was so edgy and I was like, no, animated movies are for children, and I'm like punk rock and I'm an adult and whatever.
Yeah.
And I did start getting a little edgy around the time that some of those later like DreamWorks, Pixar, Disney animated movies started coming out. But
Mm-hmm.
I loved Madagascar
I
and I liked Surf's
loved
Up.
Madagascar too. I always felt like, um, I feel like they kind of missed with the third one, but I love the music in the third one, so I really can't knock it. But another one that I was just thinking about the other day that actually randomly popped up on my FYP was have you ever seen The Wild? It's knockoff
Oh,
Madagascar.
wait, I feel like yes, but maybe
Yes, but
no.
maybe no.
Yeah. I feel like yeah, but no, you know?
Yeah. So it's such a crazy like I don't want to say spin-off, but I just like saying that it's a knockoff of Madagascar. But I think if because I mean Surf's Up is a quick film, we'll probably do that one afterwards. Because I've been loving watching like old school animated films, and
Hmm.
then just animated films right now actually are kind of a hit. But
Yeah, I
it's just a
don't.
vibe just to throw it up and just hang
There's
out.
part of me that at some point, I think I'm gonna save it for October, which I know is forever away, but I want to go through like all the old like Tim Burton claymation stuff. I haven't
That would be a
watched
vibe, I won't
through
lie.
any of those in so long. And like Nightmare Before Christmas, I think I still could, but I used to be able to quote that shit from start to finish. I loved that
Are you
film.
just feeling like you're lacking now?
Yeah, I think that maybe if it came on and I was watching it, it would all come back to me. But like,
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember for the life of me what happens after This Is Halloween. So,
I can't tell you what happens after This Is Halloween. Oh no, the freaking what's this? And then in between that and Oogie Boogie.
oh yeah, Oogie Boogie's song is such a vibe.
It
Um,
is, but I couldn't tell you what happens up until that point.
wait, the gist of it is, wait, yeah, see, here's my thing is that, like, okay, Jack is Pumpkin King. Something's happening with Sally and the freaking creepy ass Frankenstein bitch that she's with, and
Hate that
um,
man.
Oogie Boogie wants to kidnap Santa Claus. But, like,
Hmm.
I don't see, here's my thing is that, like, I think I don't remember the actual plot
Plot.
because the whole gist of it is that Jack is like, oh, I'm so that's you have the whole song where it's like year after year it's the same routine, and he so I know he's
Yeah.
like he's bored, he feels
He's
lost,
woeful.
yeah, he's like so sad, and then he's like, oh, let me go take a walk maybe, and then he stumbles into Christmas, and then like, you know,
Yeah, now that we're kind of breaking this down, I don't know, bro. I don't know
is
if we're
there a
back to
plot?
No, there has to be plot,
No,
bro.
it's
There
a
has
Tim
to
Burton
be.
film, so I'm sure there is a plot. It's just that I think it's lost on me because what I remember more than it is the songs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
think that's
think,
what does it dirty as well.
yeah. I mean,
Songs are fire though, so I really can't complain.
I do, I do remember, well, no, I don't think I remember anything besides the songs at this point. Yeah, we gotta watch it at some point. We got we have to because
You're
I
trying
don't.
so hard and you're like,
I literally I feel ashamed. This used to be like my favorite ever movie, and I can't remember anything past the songs.
Well, that just gives you more of a reason to buff that shit up.
Yeah, fake fan.
Well, I don't know if I go
Well,
that far.
because here's what I remember is, like I said, I can't remember anything after This Is Halloween, but I do remember the
Isn't this
overture.
how the opening number?
No, it's the overtures first, because Danny Elfman comes and he goes, "'Twas long ago, longer now than it seems, in a place that perhaps you've seen in your dreams." And he does like that whole spiel, and then it goes into This Is Halloween. Because he says at the end, he goes, "But once a calamity ever so great occurred when two holidays met by mistake." And then, dun, 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 you know? Yeah.
True, you got my
That's,
ass.
yeah, that's what I remember. And that's like, I just looked up if it has a plot. By the way, it does. I definitely just Googled, does Nightmare Before Christmas have a plot?
I feel like every movie has to have some base layer
I
of
mean,
plot. You know what I mean?
I guess, yeah, in a way, but like when I think back to like The Corpse Bride, you know, like that plot is so solid, right?
Yeah,
But
that's
like
true.
then you look, I think it's just got to be the musical aspect, because I feel like a lot of the time musicals are way more about the songs than they are about the plot. And
Yeah,
so I
you mean
think
Wicked
that
Part 2?
yes. But I think that's probably what happened, because I don't know I don't know the chronological order of like Tim Burton films, but that was an early musical for him, no?
I have no idea. I am such a late girly
Oh,
pop
say
to Tim
less.
Burton
I'll get back on
because
Google.
I only watched Nightmare Before Christmas in uh 2016?
Yeah. Okay.
No, 2015, sorry.
That's crazy to me that I feel like it would have, because it's stunning the way it's done with claymation. I thought you would have been like
I
all over
hate
that.
Tim Burton's animation style.
What? You don't like?
I think it's no, I hated it. It used to scare me. I used to not want to watch it
Oh.
because I thought Nightmare Before Christmas was gonna get me nightmares.
Wait, that's crazy, actually.
Because there's creepy, like they used to like Nightmare Before Christmas when I first watched it, because I didn't become a fan until later. Same thing with Coraline. It made my skin crawl. I literally could not watch it because I was like, Gah. Especially when Oogie Boogie's like eating bugs. You're really creepy,
Wow,
slaying
that's
me with
I
that.
loved it as a child. Like
Well, yeah, but I
probably
also
way
was late
more
to the horror
than a
game as
child
well
should.
because you showed me Saw late in the game too.
That's true. And man, that's probably a core memory of mine, is taking you through
Yeah,
all of the Saw movies. Nightmare Before Christmas
exactly.
was 1993. That shit's older than me
Yeah, same.
by a year.
Mine's 6.
Also, yeah, okay, so he did his first feature film was Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Interesting.
And then it was Beetlejuice. So damn, started off strong. Because then it was Batman, then Edward Scissorhands, then Batman Returns, and then Nightmare Before Christmas.
Damn. He's got a good lineup, I won't lie.
But his first two movies that he wrote were Edward Scissorhands and Nightmare Before Christmas. So that's what I thought was, I was like, I wonder if maybe he struggled with how to write a musical. And I guess the answer is yes, because he had only written one movie before, which was not a musical. But then Sweeney Todd, he didn't write, which I didn't know that.
What?
Yeah, I thought that he did some of the story writing on that. He did not. He just directed it.
Oh. Well, he fell in love with Johnny Depp, so I don't really
Yeah, Slay.
like I can see that.
Yeah,
Same.
vibe. I don't know if we've ever talked about this, but have you ever seen Big Fish? I know we said we were going to watch it. Did we ever do that?
No. I don't
We
think so.
need to do that, because as far as Tim Burton films go, that is my favorite.
Big Fish.
Big Fish,
What is it
yeah.
about?
So
Don't say Big Fish.
it's not. It's about
Okay.
so Edward Norton's in it, which means sold, right?
Of course, of course.
Okay, excellent. So Edward Norton, no, other weird. Wait, who's the guy I confuse him with? Wait, it's not Edward Norton. Ewan
I've met
McGregor.
Edward
I'm
Norton
so
before.
sorry. His name is Edward Bloom in the movie. Um, it's
Ah,
Ewan McGregor. He plays a guy named Edward Bloom, and he's got like he's in like towards the end of his life, right? And his son Will comes to visit him, and he's kind of not estranged, but they're not on bad terms. They're just not like very very close. Him and his son, right?
mhm.
And his son is like, well, he tells all these like crazy exaggerated stories and all this stuff, and his son has his wife with him, and his wife is kind of like, well, why don't you just humor him like he's on his deathbed? So then he
Mm.
goes through all of these stories, but it's just so beautifully done because like the stories that he's telling are big, like they're big grand adventures, and he's telling them because he's a storyteller. And so he's telling his son his life through these big grand stories. And the ending makes me fucking bawl my eyes out. So we're watching it.
For sure.
Yes.
So I too can bawl my eyes out.
Correct. But you'll see all of it. Jessica Lange is in it.
Okay, okay.
Lena Bonham Carter, of course, is in it. I wish I could remember what the guy's name is. Let me look him up. Because I feel like the guy who plays old Edward is like really famous, but nope, I don't know this guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure.
Albert
Yeah.
Finney.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, me
Albert
neither.
Finney. Lost me there, Chief.
Yeah, he's in a lot, but I don't know him. Um, Regardless, it's a great movie, and you would probably. I don't know if you would love it, but I think you'd like it.
Hell yeah. Well, I'm a movie buff anyways, so I'll watch anything. So
Yeah, correct. So put that on the list for like soon. TM.
hell yeah. Bet, bet, bet.
Yeah, yeah. Have you had your eye on anything to watch lately? Like besides your animated movie kick that you're on?
Are you talking about like movies coming out too?
Yeah, like all inclusive. Like what's on your radar right now?
Well, Super Mario Galaxy just came out,
I do
but
want to see that, but I don't
I
want to
have
go to
been hearing
theaters.
some scoff reviews.
Yeah, I don't want to go to theaters to see it, but I do want to go see it. Luca and Alpha did tell me they went to go see it together. Um,
Okay.
and they told me that they thought of me because at one point they referenced The Martian. So
I
I
love
know that
that.
happens.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Um, what else is I know the Michael Jackson movie's coming at the end of this month, so that's another thing I have to wait for, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But as of right now, it would kind of just be a whole lot of like going back and watching.
Old
I'm not gonna
stuff.
say old films, but like films that are not like coming out right now.
Yeah.
I'm also patiently waiting for Project Hail Mary to come out HD so then we can watch it again,
I
but
know.
it's not out yet. So we
We
have to keep
watched
waiting.
we watched a janky bootleg of it the other day. I don't care about
Yeah,
saying that out loud, but um because I paid enough times to see it in theaters, so I'm allowed one bootleg viewing. Uh
for sure.
but yeah, we watched like a janky bootleg for a little bit, but they're too problematic. Like whether it's like obviously it's somebody recording a screen, so it's not going to
Mhm.
look super great, and so
Yeah.
the scene is like lost on you, but it's still fucking
Yeah.
gorgeous regardless of how you view it. That I swear to you, that shit could be on a drive-in movie theater with somebody sitting in the way back and all the cars are visible, and it's still going to be the most beautiful thing you've ever seen.
Exactly. So I'm
It's
just
crazy.
patiently waiting for that to come out because then I have a projector in my room and I really just want to watch it on the projector.
Yes.
I
Wait.
want to do.
I do you know how fun it would be to have another backyard like makeshift
Movie viewing of
drive-in?
it. That would
Yeah.
be
It would
sick.
be so fun. But yeah, I really want it to come out and then I want to go to my parents' house where they have a theater room and they have the giant projector and I want to watch it there.
Yeah, exactly. Be like, scooch over. I'm actually gonna be here all
Hey
day.
guys,
Frequent viewings, by the way.
it's
So if you
just
want to pull up, pull up.
there's a new theater time every 3.5 hours. So just let me know when let me
It's
know when
on loop. Actually, I don't have to set up anything. It just does it itself.
Oh my
That's
god.
fucking
I
funny.
do love that movie to that extent though, where it's like if I were to be watching it and somebody were to come into the room and be like, "Oh, what is this?" I'd be like, "Sit down, I'll restart it."
Yeah, actually, you know what? You caught me at the right
Oh, that's
time.
great. As the credits are rolling, it's like, "Yeah, you didn't miss anything. Let me just back it up for you."
Credits are rolling. That's fucking crazy.
Oh my god. Yeah. I feel like
Love.
I don't have anything I think coming out that I'm super super excited for.
Hmm.
Um Because we already hit Scream 7 and Project Hail Mary. I feel like those were my two big
Yeah.
ones until later in the year. So,
Yeah, and by later in the year, we literally have to wait for oh my god, I almost said Endgame. Doomsday. Doomsday is gonna be a downfall for
yeah.
sure.
Oh, God. There's part of me that's excited for the Spider-Man movie, but like I'm slowly losing hope for that one too. I
Why?
don't because I was okay, I haven't watched anything about it because I don't want to know anything.
Yeah, I
Um
haven't watched a trailer either.
but I did catch an in earshot a couple people talking about it when I went to go see Project Hail Mary with my brother,
Hmm.
and what I heard I didn't like. So,
Are we looking to disclose or hold
um
against?
I mean, I will disclose it. So for anybody who's trying to go in blind, close your ears for about the next like 25 seconds. Somebody was like, "Oh yeah, well the trailer made it seem like he's just going to do whatever he needs to make Ned and MJ remember him." And I'm like, "Oh, please don't make that the premise because like if that's all for nothing, that's so lame. Like we didn't even get a movie in between where they don't know who you are.
Yeah.
I don't like
Like
that.
he just immediately jumped to doing that right away.
Yeah, they said the trailer. So what they were talking about, the girl was like, "Well, he's probably just gonna do that the whole time," because the trailer was literally like him losing his powers and then getting organic webbing, and then trying to make MJ and Ned remember him. Like apparently the trailer starts with like, "You don't remember me, but we used to be friends," and I was like, if he is saying that shit to somebody, I'm gonna kill myself. In game,
Yeah. In game, in game.
in game. But yeah,
Yeah, that's why I'm going
so.
in blind. I feel like I got a little bit too much, not spoiled, but a little too much shown for the, oh my God, I forget between No Way Home and Far From Home, which one was before which or whatever. But the one with where they bring out all the like bad guys from Tobey Maguire's stuff.
Mhm.
Um, I feel like I got too much of that spoiled that the movie didn't, it wasn't too wow for me.
Oh, I
It
guess
was like
that's fair. I
okay.
did go into that blind, so I was stoked when when it all came out.
Yeah.
Because like I remember I went to go see No Way Home. Ooh, which group was it? Well, I had so many like groups who wanted to go see it, and I went to go see it with quite a few. But I remember I think it was my like group of friends from out where I live, like that my old group of friends, because we were all like big Marvel fans. We went to go see like all of the installments of Marvel together and everything like ever since the Avengers movie came out.
Yeah.
So when we went to go see No Way Home, we were really really excited because I mean like they had watched stuff, they weren't going in like fully blind or whatever, but they're also the types where they've like, I've read every Spider-Man comic from the last 22 years or whatever, so they don't give a fuck about spoilers.
Yeah.
And so they didn't go in blind, but I did. And Spider-Man he's not my favorite, but he's always been one of my favorites. Like I've liked everything that's come out Spider-Man related, like ever. From animated stuff to I liked the Andrew Garfield films when no one else did.
I feel
So
like that's such a hot take for people to say, but I did too. I loved The Amazing Spider-Man.
me too. I don't care that his Peter Parker was too cool. I think that was a good take. I think that was a good way to make that his own Spider-Man. I don't know.
But I feel like he was cool, but he was just enough cringe.
Yeah, I feel like the whole thing about Peter Parker is he's supposed to be like outcasty nerdy. There's not like he doesn't have to be, Tobey Maguire or Tom Holland outcasty nerdy. He can be Andrew Garfield outcasty nerdy. It still fits, right? But yeah, I hate when people are like, yeah, he was just too cool as Peter Parker, and I was like, I don't care about that. His Spider-Man was perfect to me. Perfect.
I agree.
Like if I could
I like
take
how much expression he gave to him.
yes, I will die on this hill. Tom Holland plays a perfect Peter Parker. Andrew Garfield plays a perfect Spider-Man. And Tobey Maguire does a great job at both. I don't think he's perfect at both, but I think that he is right where he should be with both of them. But like if I could take Tobey's movies and put in Andrew's Spider-Man and Tom's Peter Parker, banger films. Like more than they are now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Um
I'm right there with you.
But yeah, so I've always enjoyed Spider-Man stuff. So when we went to go see it, I remember being so stoked, and then I didn't know anything that was happening. I stayed off socials and everything too, so like I didn't even know like all of the rumors about Andrew and Tobey being in it. So when it got to the scene where Andrew Garfield comes out, I was like, what? What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
But then like seeing Doc Ock and like seeing the Green Goblin, like dude,
So
me too. I wonder if they're going okay. Here's what I do know, and this is based off of the end of No Way Home. Technically, he is in his Green Goblin or Doc Ock era of Spider-Man, Tom Holland.
Correct.
So which one are we gonna get?
Oh, from him?
Yeah, because that's the time frame where Peter Parker goes into New York and he gets all, involved with like Oscorp, or he gets involved with, the Daily Bugle or whatever else. And like I don't think they'll do the Daily Bugle thing this time because they've already had J.K. Simmons pop up and do his thing and whatever, and I don't see it happening. They haven't like built photography or anything like that into Tom Holland's story at all.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if they'll just go a different direction altogether. I don't know. I don't know who the villain is in this. I don't even know if it's been shown.
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, I feel like I was excited for it, but like now I'm like the little bits and pieces that I can't help but learn, I'm kind of like maybe not.
Maybe not.
Maybe not. Maybe we lower our hopes.
That's funny. It's the baby. Maybe not.
And then Doomsday, yeah, it's gonna be trash. So
my gripe with that.
I'm
pissed, actually, that they decided to do the whole chair thing.
Me too. I think I would have liked it better if you had told me, like, because here's the thing, is that they put in the movies at the end or whatever, they're like, so and so will return and so like I already know who's gonna be in it. You didn't have to do the chair thing. And truthfully, I think leaving it as a surprise that like, the X-Men were gonna be in it or whatever would have been better.
I agree.
Yeah.
If they would have left it as people speculating based on blah 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 will return, I feel like it would have brought more talk of the
Yeah.
film rather than them unveiling the whole fucking cast, which is the both past and present X-Men. Like, I think
Well,
that's ridiculous.
I
Like, why would
heard
they
a
say that?
rumor at some point that the reason they did it so early
Yeah.
was to get reception and to listen to what people were and weren't happy about.
But I don't think you need to reveal the whole cast.
No, I don't either, but also they always said that that wasn't the confirmed full cast.
Yeah.
So I think what they were doing it for, I don't know. I've heard so many things, and like obviously they're not going to release anything themselves, but like, somebody down the pipeline said something along the lines of like, well, people were really excited to see the X-Men, so they might get more screen time. So I wonder if that's the big answer to why they did it and when they did it. Um, but I also just feel like you could have been like, hey, who would you guys want to see in Doomsday? And then just leave it at that, you know? Like, I don't think we
Yeah.
needed the chairs. I think you could have just asked if that is the case.
Exactly.
Yeah. But that's fine. Marvel's dead to me. I don't really care.
They're dead to me post Endgame. Come on now.
Yeah, truthfully, I think so. My brother put on Endgame a few nights ago to go to sleep, and then he fell asleep, and then I stayed up and watched the whole thing.
Of course.
And I've realized something, which is that now that Endgame has been out for so long, longer than I'd like to admit, I think I like it way more now than when it came out. Like way more. Like I genuinely love it now.
So here's my thing. I think you could take the first 45 minutes to an hour of the film and throw it away and just tune in when Tony says, I figured it out, and you would be fine.
I'm trying to remember. I came in pretty late, so I'm trying to remember what happens in the first 45 minutes.
It's them like talking, like getting everyone together. It's like when Tony
Oh,
comes down
because
from
then Scott
space.
shows up.
Who shows up?
Scott Lang, Ant-Man.
Yeah, Scott
Yeah.
shows up. Tony comes down from space with Nebula. And then
Yeah.
you find out that Hulk is Professor Hulk and
Yeah.
where people are. And then that's when they start putting all the pieces together. But they still were missing the time travel factor. So they had the
Yeah.
plan, but not the time travel. And then when you tune in at I figured it out, which is how to do the time travel part, you could skip the whole beginning part and be fine.
Um, yeah, but I kind of like seeing the update of like, oh, what have you guys been doing the last 5 years? Because it's been 5 years,
Yeah.
And I feel like it gives
Yeah.
you a good mood setting because like you can tell how hopeful or how doubtful everyone is within the first 45 minutes. Steve gave up, which is crazy. I
Yes.
think that is crazy out of all people for him to give up. But he did. He gave up. And
Hmm.
um
That's why Tony was so mad.
yeah, and then Natasha literally never gave up, which is I love ScarJo, and I love the way that she played Nat, and there will never be a better Black Widow. Anyways,
Preach.
but yeah, she never gave up, and you learn that by the way that she's literally let her hair grow. Like a woman who the entirety of the franchise has been put forward as, yes, I am a lethal assassin who fights all the time, but I will make sure that my makeup and hair is perfect. She let her dang roots get down to her shoulders, bro. She gave a fuck.
Well, that was also to prove there's a lot of blood in my ledger.
Yeah.
That part, which I fucked with heavy. I like that. I like
Yeah.
that visual depiction.
Yeah. But yeah, like you can tell from all of these because like right, the Hulk went off and did his own thing. That's obvious with him fixing his relationship with Hulk and Bruce Banner. So you get smart Hulk out of that, and you see that he's kind of just living it up because what else are you gonna do? So like, I think it was a good way to show like the different multitudes and then how they were all still committed to the opportunity to be able to do something, you know,
Yeah.
like so I kind of liked that part. What I didn't like was how gimmicky they made some of the stuff in Endgame. Like
Like what?
I will stand on this forever. The don't worry, she has help or she's not alone or whatever scene during the
Oh, for the
big
girly
battle.
pops?
Bro, come on. Like we got it in Infinity War. Honestly, we didn't need it again and we didn't need you to go so hard with it. It was
Yeah.
like every time that I see it, I'm like, oh, that is cringy. I forgot.
Well, my biggest thing is like when Pep comes in to go help out Tony and
Mm-hmm.
they go back to back and they let out
Yes.
the pulse fire cannons
Yeah,
in
yeah,
their
yeah, yeah, yeah,
chest,
yeah, yeah,
they
yeah.
shoot nothing.
Well, you know, it's kind of like a spray and pray kind of deal.
Nothing
Right.
was in the sky.
It's like a spray and pray deal. It's fine.
Yeah, but they go bang, 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 and then they turn around with each other. Nothing was in the sky. They didn't shoot anything.
You know what?
Like
Just it was off camera. Relax.
it was theater of mind for sure,
It
but
was
it
off
gave me
camera
the
for
ick.
sure. What I don't understand and what I will never understand. Have you seen the deleted scenes of like everybody taking a knee for Tony?
They should have left it in.
Why
They
did they
should have
not?
left it
Why
in.
did they not do
I
that?
am so ride or die on that shit. If they
I
left
do
that
not
in, I would have been
understand.
sobbing more
Me
than I already was.
too. Yeah, because I cried when he like watching it a few nights ago. I bawled my eyes out, and truthfully, I think that scene is so well done for everybody who has been watching all these years too. Because, like I said, when Endgame came out, there were so many things that I didn't like about it that it kind of ruined the movie for me. So I shed a couple tears, but a few nights ago watching it, I bawled my eyes out because they like future proofed it, right? They wrote, hey, this is the end of Marvel as you know it into the script somehow with that. When Pepper looks at him and says, it's okay, we're going to be fine, you can rest now, I'm like, dude, that's
Cry.
for us. And that hurts.
It made me fucking
Yeah.
bawl.
Yeah. It's rough.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there are just a few things about the movie that I'm not a huge fan of. Like we're left so empty, and I guess in a way we were supposed to be because that is like the end of everything as we know it. But like we were left so empty because like they if somebody never like watched Endgame and never watched any of the films or the TV series, they would not know what the future of Marvel looks like because I realized at the end they give Sam the shield, but if you didn't watch the show, you're just going to see that Sam has the shield when it comes to Brave New World, right? Like you're just going to see that he is Cap now. But if you don't watch Falcon and Winter Soldier, you're never going to understand why the fuck he has why he is Captain America and it's so pivotal like for his story. If you
But I also feel like the movie, though, for the new Captain America, I think it does a really good job of storytelling how much it means for him to prove himself, though,
yeah,
being a non-serum user.
I think I'm so biased because I think Falcon Winter Soldier is like the hands down the best show that Marvel put out. I think if you don't watch that, it's not as like rewarding seeing him be Captain America, and I don't like that Endgame thrust that upon Marvel. Like I don't like that we now have this like, well, you have to go watch all of these shows because they are incredibly important to the canon. Like I get why you do it. It's to keep your franchise alive and like give other formats and do whatever, and the shows are great, so don't get me wrong. I'm happy they exist, but I feel like going towards that and then coming back to the movies feels really rough to me in the grand scheme of things because there's going to
Mhm.
be people out there who do not want to watch an 8 episode limited series.
Yeah, I fuck with WandaVision a lot,
I
though.
loved WandaVision.
But I also, like, I do agree with you where, like, I think the shows are very pivotal in giving you a little bit more oomph as to, like, why
Mm-hmm.
certain things happened in, like, in between the last time you saw a character and the next time. But I also feel like you shouldn't have to watch the whole show
Yeah. And
to get it.
I guess that's
Because
really
that's where my downfall was for multiverse.
yeah, and I guess that's really what I mean is that like I remember before going to see Brave New World, I had to ask, I think I went with Biro. Did you come with us? Or maybe it was just me and Biro. I can't
I
really
didn't see it
remember.
in theaters. I saw it
Okay.
outside.
Yeah, so me and Biro went for sure. I don't know if anybody came with us. I can't really remember, but um what I do remember is before we went, I said, "Well, you've seen Falcon and the Winter Soldier, right?" And he said no, and I said, "I really think you need to see it in order to understand what's happening." In I don't, and then I wasn't sure because it's not like I had seen the movie, right? But like in my head I was like, well, so much happens between Sam and Bucky in the show, it just feels like you're gonna have to know what happened. So we watched it and then we went to go see the movie, and then I was like, well, this is stupid because knowing everything that happened in the show, which is like major character development for Sam, like helps you understand better like who Isaiah is or who um ooh what's his name? New Falcon, what's his name? That guy, that
Mackie.
kid. Huh?
Anthony Mackie.
No. The new
Oh, you
Falcon.
mean
What's his name?
I want to say Juarez, but that doesn't sound right.
I don't know. Whatever.
Ramirez.
Ramirez, yeah.
Got there. I
So
know it
it's
was something as. I just couldn't
good.
get there.
Good job. But yeah, like I'm helping you understand who those characters are for sure. Falcon Winter Soldier is important, but like in the
Mm-hmm.
grand scheme of things, there's like the only thing that it offers you is the context of how much of a struggle becoming Captain America was for him personally. And so I don't think I like that. Like I don't think I feel like if you're going to do a show and you're going to make it somewhat important, just make it important to the next movie. Right? Like Loki,
Yeah.
I think is a good example because everything that happens in Loki is super important to know for the wrapping up of the multiverse. So important to know.
That's true.
So I mean like that makes sense to me. WandaVision, so important to know for the multiverse of madness. Like it is literally without watching WandaVision, Multiverse of Madness has to be so confusing.
Oh, I agree. That's why I feel like if you didn't, you would A, have to bring a friend who's seen it, or B, hope for the best.
Yeah, because afterwards I told I don't remember. I told somebody that I was talking. Well, because I talk Marvel with like my brother, my mom, my friend group, so it's hard to keep track. But
No,
I
for
told
sure.
somebody that I was talking to about it after I saw it, like, yeah, dude, I'm really glad I watched WandaVision when it came out because otherwise I would be sitting here googling why the fuck was Wanda like that? What happened?
Yeah. Why was she crashing out about two kids?
Why?
Who are
Yeah, why
they?
does she think she has kids? Like, could you imagine? So I mean,
Yeah,
like,
then sitting there be like, wait, where's Viz at?
yeah. Oh, right. That's that.
Speaking of Viz, where the fuck is Viz 2.0?
Oh, yeah. Who knows? I mean, he crashed out when Viz 1.0 said we are the same, and he was like, "You are correct. I must go." I'm like,
Yep.
okay, goodbye. But then there's other things like they make these shows, right? Like, okay, Marvels, right? Wait, is it Marvels? That's the one with all the girly pops, no?
Yeah. I
Okay.
haven't seen that one actually.
Honestly, I kind of like it. I don't think there's a lot of people that are going to agree with me, but I kind of like it.
Valid.
But that one, for instance, right? I feel like that could have been a show because as far as a movie, I got no idea what you're. Actually, I do know what they're setting it up for, but it ain't gonna happen. So
Mm-hmm.
they could have made that a show.
Mm-hmm.
Because technically, Miss Marvel has a show, and the other one was in WandaVision, Can't remember her name, but she's the daughter of the friend of Captain Marvel.
Oh, the black chick who has light
Lieutenant Trouble.
powers?
Yeah, Lieutenant Trouble. I can't remember.
Trouble.
Yeah, isn't that what she calls her? Lieutenant Trouble?
Oh no.
I think
But I know who you're talking about.
yeah. I think in Captain Marvel when she's a
I think her
kid,
powers are sick.
yeah, I think when she's a kid, Carol calls her Lieutenant Trouble.
Mm.
And so that's like what name sticks with me. But yeah, she has some cool stuff and she's in Marvel, so is her name Kamala, the girl Miss Marvel? I can't remember her secret identity's name. But regardless, the three of them in that movie, right? The entire time that I was watching it, I was like, "Oh, this could have been its own show though." Like I just feel like they're getting their stuff mismatched cuz I think Loki could have been its own movie and I think it would have I think the first season couldn't have, but I think the second season could have easily been a movie.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like a lot of scenes were dragged out to tell us the same exact thing that we kind of already knew. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but it just feels like they have it so like wrong in some cases. Where it was
It's like
like,
flip-flopped.
yeah, because it's like, why are you making this movie like the Marvels mean nothing to me? And then you're making WandaVision an essential TV show to watch to understand the canon,
Yeah.
you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I still need to see the Eternals. I keep putting it off, man. It's been so long at this point, but
So here's the thing with that one. Number one, I think Eternals has the best speedster in any movie I think I've seen in a while.
really,
Yes, I love her.
wow.
What the fuck's her name? Makari. I think she's fantastic, and she's deaf, so she has like deaf representation. She uses sign language in it. It's absolutely stunning. They speed her up instead of slowing her down to show how fast she's moving. So I love it a lot for that. I think there's been a lot of superpowers in it that I don't think have been shown prior, which I like. The only thing is it's a standalone. So if you're anticipating it to fall into place with other Marvel stuff, it's gonna seem a bit odd, especially since it leads up for the new Captain America. That's why they talk about the big freaking head that came out of this like Antarctica area
Yeah,
because that's where it came from. But other than that, I feel like it's the same thing with like my complaint with X-Men. If they're all in the same universe, you would have heard about these things before and they never talk about it before. So
yeah,
like there being uh extraterrestrial superpower beings from like day one of human civilization, we would have heard about it before. But
mm-hmm.
you've never heard about the Eternals till this moment. And what the monsters, I forget what they're called, deviants. You don't hear about those before, but then all of a sudden become a problem.
Yeah,
So never having any history of that prior, it
yeah,
seems a very oddball out. But visually, I like the movie.
yeah. Well,
But holistically for the plot, it lost me.
oh, you know what I just realized?
What?
Isn't there a new Blade happening too?
It got scrapped
Oh,
because Wesley Snipes made a comment about it.
rough.
It was supposed to be with Mahershala Ali.
I feel like that would have done well.
It would have been, but when Wesley was talking in the new Deadpool Wolverine as Blade, he was like, "There's only ever gonna be one Blade." That's
Yeah.
literally supposed to be true.
Oh,
There's gonna be no other Blade. It was supposed to come out last year, but it got
Wesley
canned.
Snipes, I love your Blade, but that was a dick move.
Yeah, it got canned after that.
I mean, in some ways, I kind of like that because I feel like rebooting heroes, like, truthfully, it is how it feels for a lot of heroes. Like, I don't really think that I can ever see anybody else playing like Captain America or Black Widow or
Or
Thor
Wolverine, because it's
or
Tilly's 90,
Wolverine.
so.
Yeah, Tilly's 90 or like I feel like the original Avengers, I just can't see genuinely being replaced. And I think that's Marvel's sentiment too, because I think that's why they were leaning towards White Widow and Hawk Girl and like all of these, pseudo named Avengers that are like taking the place, but they're not actually like taking the name over. Because we
Oh, like
technically,
Iron Man and Ironheart?
yeah. Because
Yeah.
like, because technically in the comics, like Sam being Captain America, I'm totally chill with. I'm actually so fine with that. Like, he'll never be Steve Rogers, but I actually moved on and I'm able to accept that he is Captain America. He's always gonna be Falcon to me, and that's never gonna change, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But like, I'm okay with him bearing the shield and the title for the sake of like needing somebody to lead the team. You know what I mean?
But that's what he's doing, though. He's taking the title and the shield. He's not being Captain
Exactly.
America.
And that's why I think I am so okay with that.
Me too.
So
Hmm.
I I'm okay with that, but like if you were to put Kate Bishop on the screen and call her Hawkeye, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing
Yeah.
it. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, that's true.
So I think it's just one of those things where it's like kind of have to accept the fact that like our Avengers are gone and like these
Yeah.
like we now have like the young Avengers or whatever's next. I think that it's just too much for me to accept. I think Marvel has to be done for me, which is really
Yeah.
sad. Like I'll totally watch the movies, but like I think I have to be done being like a modern Marvel fan. So it's time to see if I can get into DC, baby.
You can't.
Oh,
No. If you think going from an ultimate era of Marvel and trying to go into DC right now, it is a terrible idea. Because DC hasn't even started yet because we're waiting for shit, what's the director's name from Guardians of the Galaxy? James Gunn.
mm,
He just picked it up last year for Superman and he's rebooting everything afterwards. So we only have Superman right now. We're getting Clayface at the end of the year, and we're getting Supergirl this year,
can I
which
admit something
Supergirl
to
is not
you?
even directed by James Gunn.
I still
What's up?
have not watched Superman.
It's fantastic. I love that movie. I think it's great, and I think
I
it's
I
very
need
well
to watch
done.
it.
But if you liked like other DC films prior, you're gonna have to leave it there. Like Dark Knight, love. I love those old Batman films. But then you have like the new Robert Pattinson Batman, which is like a more artsier take on it, I want to say.
Yeah.
Not in a negative way, but cinematically. Um and then now you have Superman, which is more heavily based on giving you like a comic feel to like how things are happening, which I love. Um so I think you can get into it show wise if you want to go watch some shows. DC shows are 10 times better than Marvel
I
shows, which I
will
agree.
say, when I was younger, I watched the shit out of. I watched so much Arrow and Flash, and I watched Supergirl, which I loved. I think I'm gonna have a hard time accepting
Oh,
this
I
new
meant animated
Supergirl.
shows for
Okay,
DC.
well, the DC CW shows were fucking banger, let me tell you. And then they did their
I heard
cross.
Arrow tailed off,
Arrow
though.
does. The first like 3 seasons of that were so baller though. I loved Arrow. And then they kind of started introducing like I can't oh god, what was the name? They did like the Misfits show. Like the Band of Misfits group, and I can't remember what they were called. But it was so bad. But yeah, I remember loving those. I loved Flash. It was my
Yeah,
favorite.
I've heard a lot of people love The
I
Flash.
loved that shit. And then they would do crossovers, and the crossovers were like, I mean, they were pretty good, I won't lie, for like TV crossovers as far as you can take it. But I just remember it got to a point where it was like you had to watch up to that because like the crossovers would have like canon events for all of the shows. So if you
Mhm.
weren't caught up in one of the shows, then you couldn't watch the cross. You had to pause and not watch the crossover until you had caught up on the rest of them. And at that point, it just became too much to manage, and I had to bow out.
I had to bail.
Yeah, well, because I stopped watching Arrow, so then it would be like, oh hey, well, this is gonna spoil like the next huge arc of Arrow for you if you haven't seen it. And I'm like, well, I don't want to watch the season of Arrow. It's boring.
Yeah.
Um, but I loved Supergirl too, which I think is I'm gonna have a hard time accepting this new Supergirl because
I love her. When you watch
I
the Superman and watch the
I
ending when
hope I like her.
she's funny as fuck.
I hope I like her.
She's young Rhaenyra Targaryen.
Oh, okay.
And I loved her in
Darn.
House of Dragon.
Oh, is she specifically from House of Dragon?
Yeah, because Rhaenyra Targaryen isn't in anything else
Okay,
except for House of
I have
Dragon.
not seen House of Dragon or the Dragon or whatever, so I actually don't know who she is because I was trying to remember her from Game of Thrones. I was like, I don't remember seeing her at all.
Yeah, it's I love her a lot in the show, but I also think like the way she depicts um Supergirl, I almost was trying to figure out her I think her name's Kara or something. Um
Yeah.
I love it. I think she's so sassy and she's so funny and also the what's it called? Um trailer for the film is really
Mhm.
good, especially if you looked a little closer as to who's in it,
Okay.
like character wise, which I like.
Okay. 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 Um. Yeah, I feel like I'm totally down to get Legends of Tomorrow was what that damn stupid show was called. And it was bad. But yeah, I think I'm down to give it a chance. I mean, I've liked DC before. I feel like there's for some weird reason when it came to watching like Justice League, Batman, anything like all of the animated stuff or whatever, I it just didn't click with me. The only thing that did was Teen Titans, right?
For sure.
And then they ruined that. So,
Yeah, that they did.
but I don't know if it's worth the watch, then maybe I can get into it. And
I'm excited for Clayface because I heard it's supposed to be rated R. It's supposed to be scary, and I
yeah,
love. I'm
amaze,
excited.
amaze, amaze.
Amaze, amaze, amaze.
That's
I know
that
I want to
is
go see
such
it
a
again.
fucking vocal stem now.
It is. I joined VC last night, and Kiko was like, "Amaze, amaze, amaze." And
I love
then
that.
she set me off, and then yeah,
Yeah,
it
happens.
went all downhill after that.
Mm.
Oh
Hell
my
yeah.
gosh.
Well, now that we've ranted about Marvel for like 30 minutes, anything else you can think of that's been happening in the last couple weeks or that you want to talk about?
Um, I can't really say. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I feel like there hasn't been really anything like huge, like personal life development, and we just went on a big movie rant.
Mhm.
Yeah, nothing really. How about you?
No, my life has been work and school and this and F1, which I'm fine with, but like it just has been very uneventful because of it. I mean,
Yeah.
like, I don't think I've done much in but I also am running off of so little sleep and so much caffeine and like I'm doing so much with my brain that I forget things. Like for instance, on Sunday on Easter, I met my new baby cousin and I that was Sunday and I've already had to be like, "Oh yeah, did hold a baby on Sunday. You know, like my brain is like a mile a minute right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I'm constantly on drugs, but I'm not. FYI.
For sure, for sure.
Yeah. But no, I
Oh
think
my.
that's it. So lucky for you guys, next week we do know what we're doing, which is
True.
we are going to be rounding out our tier list of league champions. So
Mhm.
later tonight or tomorrow, you will see the first half up on YouTube if you haven't watched it already. And then you can. Shin just threw me.
Why? Oh, jeez.
Um, but yeah, if you guys haven't seen the first half, it's gonna be on YouTube sometime in the next 24 hours. And then you guys can sit and judge our judging of league champions next week. Because we'll have our
True.
final list. We'll be making or at least I hope. I don't think there's much conversation about some of the ones left, and I think they're out like
No, but we
there's
do have the other half.
yeah.
Like that's the thing. We only did half, and I feel like
Mm.
that podcast was like 2 hours.
Yeah. I do think I think it hit over 2 hours. I don't remember the exact like timestamp, but
Oh yeah.
yeah, so buckle in because it will be a long one next week. But yeah, you'll get to see our final list. We'll make our adjustments, post it in the Discord as we always do.
Yeah.
And yeah, we can't wait to see how much you guys hate where we put your champs.
Yeah. But also though, we are doing next week's podcast due to the fact that after that I'm going away on vacay. So the after next week you won't hear back from us till May.
Correct.
So after that though, we'll have another big fat yap sesh about what's been happening the 2 weeks prior.
Yeah.
So I hope you guys will buckle up for that one because that one might be just as long and
Yeah. So
lovely, I
just
hope.
just to put it into numbers for you guys, that means April 14th podcast. Yes, yes. April 21st and 28th. Thumbs down.
No.
That's a no.
Yeah.
That's a thumbs up, baby. So then you
Miss my bump.
amaze. I realized one of my favorite scenes in that entire thing is when he's trying to explain sleep and he's like, dead, died, it's died, it dead.
It's died.
And she kills me. But
Oh
yes,
my gosh.
you will see us next week on the 14th, and then you will see us again on May 5th.
Yes.
Yes.
So until then, Cubbies, remember to keep
Keep
it
it real and keep
but
it
keep it
curious.
curious. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
I'm looking at the ground, but I'm looking for a sign. Make up your mind. All night, heard your voice calling. Almost saw me with tonight, but it was just a butterfly. Love me not, or love me kind, just wishing that you make up your mind.